You're an angel. Thank you.
I think we're live.
Showtime.
Oh my gosh, the new tradition of the internet shows.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my writing room. Jaimee Harris and I are here in Nashville, Tennessee, upstairs in the treehouse. We have a little condo in Green Hills, Nashville, Tennessee, where there's a light rain falling. The temperature's in the mid-60s, and the tomatoes are in the backyard growing. And we're going to play some songs for y'all. Thanks for hopping onto the stream. And we're going to go ahead and get this started. I think enough folks have joined in for us to get moving. Good?
Go ahead.
Well, the grasses are swaying. Sun's going down, music's playing. You're weaving through town, pull into the driveway. Toss it and park. Stare out of the windshield, out into the world. It was all for the love of a reckless girl who left you with a second place smile and a broken heart. And the street lights are starting to flicker to light. They glow for a minute, then they get bright. Fireflies light up, circle and spark. But there's nothing really that you can do. Put your hands in your pockets, try to get through the distance between the daylight and the dark. Front porch flags lie themselves down like forgotten soldiers or old wedding gowns in closets unopened and graves without any marks. As the night curtains lower behind the rooftops, shadows dance across the sidewalks, ricochet off of the houses like pieces of art. And your mind is reeling as the sky's changing all your feelings. You're rearranging the rest of your life like lines on an old sailor's chart. You climb back in, fire the ignition, put your hands on the wheel, head into the distance between the daylight and the dark. Thank you, Jaimee.
Thank you.
And thanks everybody for joining us. Really want to thank all the crew, staff, and good folks at Signature Sounds and the Parlor Room in Northampton, Massachusetts for doing these streams, making it possible for us to appear before you. All over the world. We've got folks from Australia. Where is the stream not streaming?
I think the stream is streaming. I'm having trouble seeing the chat right now, but let me try to pull up in a different window.
Okay,
Australia, Colorado.
we don't see the stream, but you guys are there, and we know some folks are coming in from South Australia and Colorado, and this technology is so amazing because we're able to broadcast around the world without borders. It just is fascinating to us. Generally, when we play at Signature Sounds at the Parlor Room, we're in Northampton, Massachusetts, but now we're able to reach the entire world, and I'm grateful for that, and excited to be able to play for you tonight, and to be a part of keeping the music going and keeping people working in the Parlor Room and us as well. So I'm going to go ahead and grab another song for you, and this was written by my buddy Fred Eaglesmith. I've been playing it for years, and I love this song. It's called Cigarette Machine. Stumbling past your house, baby, at the break of day, I thought I saw your silhouette dance across the shade. I went down to the mission, I called and called your name, till an angel with a face like yours came down and let me in. Thought I saw your reflection in a cigarette machine, in a bottle, in a gutter, in a window on the street, in a storefront, in a picture on an old broken TV. I swear it was you staring back at me. I heard soldiers' voices by the city gate. There were junkies lying on the ground. They made me look away. I spilled you on a mirror. I chopped you into lines over some old kitchen sink. I tried to make you die. Thought I saw your reflection in a cigarette machine, in a bottle, in a gutter, in a window on the street, in a storefront, in a picture on an old broken TV. I swear it was you staring back at me. Old radios, broken mirrors, dog-eared things I read, worn out movie stars and faded limousines. I struggle through the old charades, coffee cups and clowns. I can't keep up with Paris, no, I keep falling down. Thought I saw your reflection in a cigarette machine, in a bottle, in a gutter, in a window on the street, in a storefront, in a picture on an old broken TV. I swear Yeah. Yeah. Cigarette Machine by Fred J. Eagle Smith, the great Canadian songwriter, my friend, who I think is one of the finest songwriters of our time. I'm a fan, and I end up putting one of his songs on all my records because I just love his songwriting. If you don't know about Fred, check him out. Let's see. Let's play another song. Well, he'd get home at 5:30. He'd fix his drink and sit down in his chair. Pick a fight with Mama, complain about us kids getting in his hair. At night he'd sit alone and smoke. I'd see his frown behind his lighter's flame. Now that same frown's in my mirror. I got my daddy's blood inside my veins. Fish swim, birds fly, daddy's yell, mama's cry. Oh man, sit and think. I drank. Chicken TV dinner, 6 minutes on defrost, 3 on high. Beer to wash it down with another, then some whiskey on the side. It ain't so bad alone here. It don't bother me that every night's the same. I don't need another lover hanging around trying to make me change. Fish swim, birds fly, lovers lead by and by. Old men sit and think. I drink and I know what I am, but I don't give a damn. Fish swim, birds fly, daddy's yell, mama's cry. Old men sit and think. I drink. Yeah, that's the song of mine that's been recorded by the most people other than me. It is an early song. I wrote this song in the early part of my songwriting career. I started songwriting in my mid-30s. I was arrested for drunk driving. I'll give you a little story here. I was arrested for drunk driving July 13th, 1990, which just so happens to be my sobriety date. So I'll be 30 years sober July 13th, 2020. But July 13th, 1990, I was arrested for drunk driving in Dorchester, Massachusetts, pulled over, put in jail, guilty as sin, and I got sober. A little bit after that, 5 years or so after that, I started writing songs. And this is one of the earlier songs I wrote at about 5 years sober. So just 10 years after, I wrote it about, in my late 30s. And the idea behind this song was, who would I be if I didn't get sober? What would I look like now if I hadn't had the good fortune of putting on handcuffs and being highly motivated to put down the liquor and the dope? And so I pictured myself in a room alone in Central Square, Cambridge, blaming my life's problems on everybody else. And that song became sort of a signature song for me. I Drink. It first was recorded by the great Bill Chambers. To our Australian friends, certainly know Casey Chambers. Casey Chambers' father, Bill Chambers, recorded it and did a beautiful job. And then other artists started recording it. Blake Shelton recorded it, and that was great. I bought a car. Thank you, Blake. It's a long time ago. I need another cut, brother. Then Tim McGraw cut it, but it didn't get put out. It got put out on a greatest hits record many years later, which didn't really sell, so that didn't bring much money, but I'm grateful for him recording it. I can say I have a Tim McGraw cut. And then Bobby Bear Sr. recorded it a couple years ago and really, really did a great job. No offense to Blake, who actually brought in the money, but Bobby Bear and Bill Chambers nailed the song. They took ownership of it. They understood the sadness in it. A lot of times people think it's a funny song. It's the saddest song I've ever written, folks. Not funny. The timing is a little comedic, but it's not a funny song. So, we've got some questions here. One of them is, what keeps you going? What keeps you sane? Well, what keeps me sane is the other people in recovery that help support me in my recovery. I'm very connected to sober people, and we meet on Zoom and we talk about recovery. And I'm doing that like I haven't done it in 30 years, actually, since this shutdown. I've really engaged in my recovery again in a very assertive way. 4 nights a week, I'm talking to other sober people, and we're supporting each other. I think that living a day at a time is part of dealing with being locked down. You can only do it a day at a time mentally. If you start thinking about the future, there's too many unknowns. Yeah. And that's the only way to stay sober, too. It's just today. We get our head to the pillow tonight sober, we had a successful day. And I think that helps in a lockdown, is to get my head around the notion of we're doing it today. Because, see, musicians, we don't know if or when we're ever going to go back to work. We don't know when the venues are going to be allowed to open. We don't know when the shows are going to get rebooked. We're trying for 2021, but it's touch and go, and we don't know. And a lot of folks on the stream tonight, you guys don't know either, and hell, no one knows. Today were more COVID cases worldwide than any other day. More cases were reported today.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Today, yeah. It looks like the new epicenter is now in Brazil, but the virus continues to spread, and we certainly anticipate more flare-ups. So what keeps me sane is keeping it in the day. Today, I'm not losing my mind today. I might go batshit crazy tomorrow, but today I'm just gonna sit here and play songs with y'all. What about you? What's keeping you sane today?
Mary and I have been going on this little hike in the forest. That's been pretty great.
We're hiking
too.
5.5 miles every day.
Yeah,
I was right outside of Nashville and watching nature come back. We saw a land turtle today.
That was it was so cool.
Beautiful land turtle.
It was beautiful. That's been great. And also I've been in a little group chat with 2 of my other friends that are awesome musicians, and we're helping each other through learning how to tackle all these new technological things that are going on, and also just helping us wrestle with, so much of traveling around the world and sharing our songs with people in person as a part of our identity and a part of our lifestyle. And so we're just keeping each other afloat. And I've been watching a lot of live streams too. I'm such a music fan that I think it's cool that 2 days ago, Chris Smither was on here. I love Chris Smither. I've never seen him live. So I'm like, right on. I get to see Chris Smither like in my pajamas. I'm really happy about that.
Chris is magic. And longtime Signature Sounds artist.
Yeah. So
he's incredible. Yeah. So connecting through technology has been a big part of Sanity. Meeting people online, and the Zoom talk rooms have been very, very helpful. Mm-hmm. You know, what we miss about playing is the motion. You know, going from town to town is a lifestyle, and the lifestyle is one of motion, and we miss that a lot. The connecting with song, but also moving on. You know, there's always something around the corner, around the bend. There's no knowing what's next.
Like Town said, all you keep is the getting there.
All you keep is the getting there is absolutely perfectly put. And so you go to a new town, a new hotel, a new restaurant. You meet a bunch of new folks. Jaimee bonds with the sound man, woman, because Jaimee can talk sound with folks. And you know, I'm scanning for food. I'm an old chef from the restaurant business, and we love that life, and we miss that life. But we know that what's important right now is everybody stays safe, and we get to the other side of this as medicine and science work on attacking this virus and getting this thing under control. And folks, we're not there yet. So we're going to be on the team of play it safe and do the right thing. But the traveling life is a life that we love, and I actually was able in this shutdown to connect with a truck driver named Long Haul Paul. And Long Haul Paul is also someone who's a songwriter, and he's a broadcaster. You can Google him. He's got a bunch of songs on YouTube. He also is a podcaster. But, you know, the truck drivers never stopped driving during this shutdown, and they are bringing the food and supplies to places that need them to keep us going. I know what he's hauling. Sometimes I call him and it's yogurt. Sometimes it's orange juice. Sometimes it's sweet onions. This one, Long Haul Paul and I wrote on Zoom just 2 weeks ago, I think, and we even made a video of it. Long Haul Paul has a friend named Tex, and Tex made a video of this song. So this is a new one. It's called Truckers and Troubadours. Truckers and troubadours, black coffee and metaphors, steering wheels, late nights and songs. Wake up in the morning, we're gone. On the road, on the stage, pack it up, pull the load. Thousands of miles left to do, always just passing through. Truckers and troubadours, I'd rather have walking the floor. Can't wait to make it back home, counting the days till we're gone. Gear jammers, rhymers, not made for these timers. In love with the strange and the new, always just passing through. Interstate headlights and stars in our eyes, packing our bags as we must. Sometimes it's heaven and sometimes it's hell, slaves to to the old wanderlust. Wanderlust. Truckers and troubadours, trying hard not to keep score. White lines and rearview towns, too late to turn back now. Dashboards and dials, getting paid by the miles. Missing old friends we knew, always just passing. Truckers and troubadours, truckers and troubadours, truckers and troubadours, truckers and troubadours. Yeah.
Right on. We have a comment here from Dennis. He says, I still miss your shrimp Creole from Dixie Kitchen.
Oh man, thanks. Thanks. I miss Dixie Kitchen sometimes myself. I used to own a Cajun restaurant in Boston many moons ago. That would be 21 years ago. I walked away and moved to Nashville, and pursued this dream full-time, full-on. And it's been very, very kind to me. But my restaurant in Boston was a Cajun restaurant because I was born in New Orleans, and I went to chef school in Cambridge, and when I was trying to figure out what kind of restaurant I wanted to open, because I had found some investors before I even had the concept of the restaurant, because I'm always
Yeah, it's very gauche.
I've lived life in a very strange order. I had investors before I had a restaurant, and the concept came after the investors. But my chef school teacher said, well, Mary, you got to do what's in your heart. So you probably don't want to open a Jewish deli since you're a Catholic from New Orleans. And so we opened up a Cajun joint, called it the Dixie Kitchen, and did that for many years.
May I ask, what is a shrimp Creole?
Shrimp Creole is shrimp sauteed in a tomato-based sauce with celery, peppers, onions, and garlic, and a bunch of spices. You serve it over rice, and we served it with black-eyed peas and smothered collard greens. And people loved it. We did shrimp Creole, chicken Creole, and crawfish Creole. Standard New Orleans fare. While we're on the subject of New Orleans, I'm going to play a song that I wrote after my dear friend Dave Carter passed away. In fact, there's a festival that Jim Olsen is behind up there in western Massachusetts, and that was the festival we were all at when Dave went out for a jog and came back to the Holiday Inn and had a heart attack and passed away. And I was at the festival, and it took us all down. It was a really, really bad, horrible thing. And Dave Carter and Tracy Grammer were such an incredible team, and Dave's songs are so fantastic. So I wanted to write a song in his honor. And so this song is me throwing Dave a jazz funeral. And you know, the damnedest thing about this pandemic is they can't do that for folks that are dying in New Orleans. They can't do a jazz funeral. They can't do the umbrellas in the street and the walking to the grave. It's not safe. That's one of the horrible things about this pandemic is you can't do funerals the way that you would want to do a proper goodbye. So this is one I wrote for Dave, and I haven't played it in a while, but I love this old song, and this one's in memory of Dave, and I guess we should probably send it out to our friend who passed, John Prine, at the beginning of this crisis here in the States. We lost John, and so I wrote it for Dave. We're sending this out to John. And also Little Richard, who I think lived in Nashville, because I seen him at the Nashville airport a couple times there, being Little Richard in his pink clothes. This is for the souls that have gone on. It's called The Wheel Inside the Wheel. The parade of souls marches across the sky. Their heating light bathed in blue as they march by, while the all-stars play when the saints go marching in, till the second line forms. They wave white hankies in the wind. Satchmo takes his solo, flashes that $1 million smile. Marie Laveau promenades with Oscar Wilde. Big funky Stella twirls her little red umbrella to the beat, as the soul parade winds its way down Eternity Street. Souls ain't born, souls don't die. Soul ain't made of earth, ain't made of water, ain't made of sky. Ride the flaming circle, wind the golden reel, and roll on, brother, in the wheel inside the wheel. Mardi Gras Indians chants in the street at sundown. Spy boy meets spy boy, big chief meets big chief uptown. Yeah, they circle and sway in rainbow-colored feathers and beads. Oh, they prance like peacocks, children of slavery free. Souls ain't born, souls don't die. Soul ain't made of earth, ain't made of water, ain't made of sky. Ride a flaming circle, wind a golden reel, and roll on, brother, in the wheel inside the well. The crew of the Crossbones parades into the sun. Yes, they walk through fire, then they come out beating drums, while the French Quarter Queens in high-heel drag disguise, they sing over the rainbow till Judy Garland quivers and sighs. Souls ain't born, how could they die? Soul ain't made of earth, ain't made of water, ain't made of sky. Ride a flaming circle, wind a golden reel, and roll on, brother, in the wheel inside the well. Flambeau dancers light the walkway to Lucky Pierre's. They having a party tonight, all the girls are gonna be there. Sipping that wormwood concoction, drinking absinthe, maybe talking some trash. Oh, it's a red carpet, black tie, all night celestial bash. Souls ain't born, souls don't die. Soul ain't of water ain't made of sky. Bright flaming circle, wind the golden rim, and roll on, brother, in the wheel inside the well. Roll on, brother, in the wheel inside the well. Roll on, brother, in the wheel inside the well.
I love that song. I'm glad you brought it back.
Yeah, I like that song too, and I like Remembering Dave so much. If you guys want to do yourself a favor, get some Dave Carter music. Dave Carter and Tracy Grammer were an incredible duo, and they made some of the finest folk music of our time. We lost Dave way too soon. I miss him, and I adore Tracy, and I'm sending love from the heart. Thank you for the music. Jaimee Harris, play us a song.
Oh, sure. Thank you for asking. Let's hear this one. Will you sing with me?
I'll sing with you because I'm known for my vocal ability.
I think you do a great job.
I can't sing harmony, that's for sure.
I'm going to teach you.
But I'll croak my way through yours.
Well, I'll teach you.
You'll teach me? I'll teach you harmonica if you teach me harmony.
Oh, that's so great. Signature Sounds is so great. They just posted the link to Dave Carter and Tracy Grammer's Bandcamp where you can...
Fantastic. Yeah, Dave Carter, Tracy Grammer. Incredible, incredible cosmic music exists outside of time.
Just praying for another day to stay in the clear. Well, I never thought I'd find God here. I never thought I'd draw sober breath. I always thought I'd be a wreck. Always figured I'd have nothing left.
Snow White Knuckles.
Thank you so much.
Jaimee Harris off of her Red Rescue record. Beautiful song.
Thank you.
Equally beautiful video that you guys made. You made that at Folk Alliance, did you? With the white background?
Uh-huh.
Absolutely gorgeous video of that song.
Shadowscape Records, which I think our podcast, Mary and I, last time we were at Folk Alliance, did a podcast with them, and I think the episode is out now.
Oh, good. We got to get that.
They're so fun, those Shadowscape guys. I love them.
Yeah. They made you a beautiful video. So, Jaimee's got one record out. It's called Red Rescue, and that song is off that record, and it's called Snow White Knuckles. So we got a question here that asks, what projects are you working on during this time? Well, we've got a couple things going. I'm writing a book. I've got a deal with St. Martin's, one of the big five in New York City. And so I'm writing a book for them called Saved by a Song. And I might read an excerpt from that. Book writing is a huge mountain for me to climb. The book is part memoir, part songwriting instruction, and part, I think, philosophy of art. My take on alchemy and using art and music for more than just entertainment. I think what we do can be pure entertainment, or it could also be a form of healing. And I've always approached songwriting as something more than entertainment. And I think that awful lot of us that come through the Parlor Room and through Signature Sounds are that way. Songwriting is a way of dealing with some of the hardest things in life and bringing people together so we're not alone. Music is the great connector of our time, and music is empathy. So we can understand each other better. We really are tribal people. You know, no one is enjoying being removed from everyone else unless you're a sociopath. There's this fundamental need to be together. We are tribal people. We need each other. And music and song bring empathy so we can understand people who we think may not be like us. And so I've been writing about this stuff in a book, and also really working on learning some David Olney songs, because David Olney also passed away recently. He was another great songwriter that I adored, and we lost him at a songwriting festival, the 30A Songwriters Festival in Florida in January. So we're learning some David Olney songs and just spending a lot of time. I'm hiking the trail with David in my ears and really taking him in the way I did with Dave Carter, actually. Just absorb the essence of his spirit in his songs. So, but let's do one of these songs that it really does demonstrate empathy, I think. I've been given this great opportunity to write songs with members of the military and their family through a project, a nonprofit called Songwriting with Soldiers. And, you know, I didn't think I had anything in common with military people. I figured we would be on the opposite side of everything. And that shows how much I know. I really have connected with those who've served and their families. And I found through writing songs with them just how much alike we are. We keep politics the hell out of it, and we talk about what we love and what hurts, and we can find each other really quickly in that way. This is a song that Beth Nielsen Chapman and I wrote with 6 military spouses who explained to us that there's a war after the war. We were told that by these 6 spouses that they thought the job was to get their husbands home alive and safe, and they can get on with life, and then they realize, oh my God, there's way more to it than just that. And this is what happens with PTSD and trauma. War trauma has a second life, and it's called the war after the war. Here we go. Who's gonna care for the ones who care for the ones who war. There's landmines in the living room, eggshells on the floor. Lost myself in the shadow of your honor and your pain. You stare out of the window as our dreams go down the drain. Invisible, the war after the war. I get no basic training, I get no Purple Heart. I'm supposed to carry on, I can't fall apart. People look at you and thank you for the sacrifice you made. They look at me and smile, say I'm lucky, you're okay. Invisible, war after the war. I'm a soldier too, just like you, serving something bigger than myself. I serve unseen, caught in between my pain and the pain of someone else. But I'm stronger than you think I am, right here by your side. I am not your enemy, I don't wanna fight. There's no going back in time, I know you're not the same. You're not the only one for whom the world has changed. Invisible, war after the war. Invisible, war after the war. So I put together 10 songs that I wrote over a process of 6 years with veterans, and I made a record of them. It came out into the world, was it 2 years ago?
2018.
2018, this thing came out, and lo and behold, the record got nominated for a Grammy. It was a very exciting experience, and a huge part of the fun was calling all the veteran co-writers and telling them we were nominated for a Grammy, boys and girls. Very, very exciting. What we're doing now during the shutdown is we're selling everything I've ever made. It's called the box set. It's a bundle of all the records I've ever recorded. 10 records now. 10 records in 20 years. That ain't bad.
That's awesome.
10 records, 20 years, with a little bit of running start. And this box set is $50. Normally this one's $20 all by itself. But we're putting everything together for $50. That means $5 a record. You get everything I've ever made. And we appreciate people buying the stuff off our website because it keeps us going. Also, I've been spending some time handwriting lyrics for people. There's folks who want me to write out by hand lyrics to songs I've written. This is, can't see it really because of the shadows and stuff, but this is Mercy Now. This is a song, the I Drink song. So I handwrite them out and I'll personalize it if you want me to say for whoever and put a date on it, and I'll send those out. Those are on the website too. So the bundles and the handwritten lyrics, we're sending those out, and they're helping us stay afloat during this shutdown, as well as we appreciate your tips and the folks over running the control center at the Parlor room. Appreciate it too, because this money's getting split between us, and keeping everybody working is the name of the game. You know, music venues were the first thing to shut down in the pandemic, and they're going to be the last thing to open. There's a coalition formed of independent venues that are going to have started lobbying in Washington. These venues are very, very, very important to us, and they're a significant part of America, and together maybe they'll have a voice. It's where we live, the small independent venues, town to town. It's our favorite thing, and we spend our life there, and have for many, many decades. And you know, folks like Jaimee just getting started, we need venues for her to play as she comes up and makes more records, and we need to keep them going. And this great little room in Northampton has been so good to me. Thank y'all for chipping in to help them and help us stay alive during this time as we struggle to make ends meet. We appreciate your generosity, and really appreciate the Parlor room snapping to straight away, setting up this live stream and bringing artists to the world. The quick response is very entrepreneurial, and I think that the willingness to find a new way is going to be what's going to separate folks. We got to find a new way, and I think that this is a beautiful new way. It's not all bad. I really am grateful for it. I miss being in the presence of people, but this is fantastic because we've got people from all over the world on that stream.
Yeah.
And maybe they may come to the Parlor room when we have a solution to this crisis. Come to Northampton. Come sit in that beautiful little folk room and catch the intimate shows in that little room that hosts world-class traveling artists nightly. It's a beautiful town and a beautiful room and a great little record company. Check out signaturesounds.com. They sign great artists. I was an artist on Signature Sounds. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
no.
they put out my Filth and Fire record, and they were the first company that signed Lori McKenna. They put out a bunch of Lori records. Jim Olsen's got an incredible ear, and it's a great company to be a part of. So thank y'all for letting us be on the stream. We'll play a couple of more for you because we feel like it. We won't go on forever, but maybe a couple more, another 10, 15 minutes.
Sure, whatever you...
I'd like to play a love song for you. This is a song about time. In fact, it's called About Time. I wrote it in a hotel room, thinking about time and separation from my beloved. And we're all separated from people we don't want to be separated from right now. My own mother actually had her 84th birthday in quarantine. Boy, she had Easter Sunday alone in quarantine. But she did barbecue herself some short ribs.
She was like, I'm already on the barbecue.
Yeah, man, you know, I'm having weird COVID dreams about stuff like that. I dreamed my grandmother was alive again, and we were all back together, and we had all this technology going. We had an iPad going, and like this, and a desktop going, and an iPhone going. But my grandmother couldn't be in the room with us because she had to be quarantined in another room because she broke loose and went to the casino. And when she came back from the casino, she had to spend 2 weeks in another room. It's a crazy dream. My grandma's been gone for a long time, but casinos and my family they like each other.
That could easily be a Harris family story in real life or a Corin dream. It could be one.
Old folk breaking loose, heading to the casino.
Yes.
Like George Jones on the riding mower going to the liquor store. They took his keys after he crashed his car. But he found a way out. The riding mower. Off he went. That really happened. But, yeah, these crazy dreams. So, what I'm figuring and trying to articulate during the shutdown is my relationship with time is shifting. I don't really have a consistent relationship with time the way I did before. Night is day, day is night. Everything seems to be swirling. Some days last forever. Some days are the blink of an eye. And I look up, it's like midnight. It's like, how did that happen? And the time doesn't matter so much when you don't have anywhere to go or be. It suddenly seems man-made. And it is man-made. So we invented time to keep us on schedule. But there is no schedule, and for us anyway, we really are floating, and it is an interesting relationship with time. This song is about time. I'll think about the joy inside your laughter. I'll think about your hand inside mine. I'll think about the softness of your sweet skin while I try not to think about time. I'll think about my arms wrapped all around. I'll think about the kindness in your eyes. I'll think about how you showed up on the doorstep while I was trying not to about time. So many roads, so many towns between us, so many nights, so many stairs to climb. So many thoughts to think as I miss you, and I try not to think about time. I'll think about your candlestick fingers on my skin. I'll think about the shiver in your side. I'll think about how much I wanna kiss you while I try not to think about time. So many roads, so many towns between us, so many nights, many stairs to climb, so many thoughts to think as I miss you, and I try not to think about time. I will try not to think about time.
Ellen Lawson says, we hope to see you soon again in Buffalo.
Buffalo, the Sportsman's Tavern. Yes, another small venue that we frequent and love. We love Buffalo, and we have played there often. And Canadians come down across the border to see us.
I remember.
And it's a wonderful little gig, and we want to get back there ourselves. We miss y'all very much. We miss y'all. We miss what we do, but we're grateful for the chance to do it here now. We'd love it if you went to marygauthier.com and got on my email list. I don't send many emails. It's not a super active list, but I am going to do some workshops during this shutdown. I'm going to do some songwriting workshops, 4 individual workshops, and then I might do a workshop with small groups to work on your songs with you. So if you go to my website and get on my mailing list, I'll let you know about that. And also I'll keep you posted. We send out new songs, new videos, and my writing of the book. I send out snippets of the writing. So if you head over there and get on my mailing list, I'll send you stuff, but not a lot of stuff. I don't barrage you, and I will not give out your email to anyone. I hate people giving out my email.
It's the worst.
And I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to do it, I promise.
The worst.
And I always opt out of emails that people send me that I didn't ask for immediately. So marygauthier.com, jump on my email list. We'd appreciate that if you're interested in what we're up to. We will let you know. And if you want to take a songwriting workshop with me, we're going to be doing several on Zoom, small groups, not big, small, so we can interact. Let's play a David Olney song.
Awesome.
Like I said, we've been visiting David's songs. David was a friend of mine. I brought him to teach with me many times. We're here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I've done a lot of songwriting workshops here in Nashville. And I brought David as my guest many times. And he was one of the brightest, most committed and articulate songwriters that I ever had the opportunity to be in the presence of. He was absolutely brilliant. And his songs are timeless. And as we learn them and soak them in, they just get better. There is nothing quite like falling in love with another songwriter's work and then going deep and really learning their trajectory. David Olney was a genius, and this is one of his songs that I just love. And in fact, I'm not the only one who loves it. Emmylou Harris and Linda Ronstadt fell in love with it and recorded it as a duet. And as a songwriter, there's no... what's a higher honor than that?
It's the best.
There's nothing...
The best.
There's no better... I mean, you could, do it with somebody who's going to make you $1 million, but that's not as, honestly, as amazing as having 2 of the greatest singers of all time, Linda and Emmy, record your song as a duet.
That's how I feel about it.
I would take that, actually.
Yes.
I would take that. That is a incredible honor. And this is called Women Cross the River. Oh, the women cross the river, carry water from the well at break of day. when they talk to one another, God only knows what they might say. You might get an education after years of dedication, might finally get a glimpse of what is right and what is wrong. But the women cross the river, well, they knew that all along. Oh, the women cross the river, work with tools that are ancient and handmade. And they plow their fields in perfect rows and then rest beneath the shade. Now we have learned to build out of concrete, out of steel, and our buildings stand 1,000 years, but then even they're bound to fall. But the women cross the river, never learned to build a wall. Across the river are as gentle as the dew upon the ground. How I love to hear them laughing in the rain when it makes that perfect sound. Now, soldier with a gun and a battle to be won might kill you with a bullet, and you never even know the reason why. But the women cross the river, they can kill you with their eyes. The women cross the river, they can kill you with their eyes. The great David Olney. You know, I think everything started going to shit after he died. I think that was sort of a crossing over. There's certain deaths that, remember when lost Leonard Cohen, and then everything really went to shit, and then we had a brief hiatus, and then we lost David. And
like Leonard Cohen.
He died on election night.
I forgot that. Leonard Cohen, like Tom Petty, Prince, Jimmy, LaFave.
Jimmy, God. 3 years ago this week.
Yeah, like tomorrow.
Yeah. The great Jimmy LaFave. Well, we want to thank y'all for being with us. And we want to thank everyone at the Parlor Room for setting up this technology and making it good. I want to thank Jim Olson and all the wonderful folks at Signature Sounds for doing what you do for artists and bringing music to people. You're the good guys, and we're grateful to be a part of what you do. We're going to play one more and then call it. We got this thing that it's called a tea towel. Tea towel. I was told by someone in England that I must sell tea towels, and they had to tell me what the hell a tea towel is. It's actually a kitchen towel that you hang on the handle of the stove, but this one has the lyric to Mercy Now on it, available at marygauthier.com. Next to the bundles and the handwritten lyric sheets, there's tea towels and t-shirts. We're going to play Mercy Now and call it a night. Thank you for your tips. Thank you for going to the website and getting your email signed up. Thank you for buying the records. Thank you for supporting live music. Thank you for supporting artists. Thank you, Jaimee Harris.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, I can't imagine how I would survive this without you. Oh, my God. You've been the perfect partner to be quarantined with.
Thank you. I feel the same way.
Yeah, we're doing real good. We're doing real good. She does technology, and she does internet, and she's setting up all kind of things for me online and making it good. And I built a garden, and I cook.
I would be a lot hungrier if it wasn't for you during quarantine.
I do laundry.
That's true. Well, we both do laundry.
Work on the book. We would both. Laundry's endless in the quarantine. Laundry and dishes, man. What the hell? Who knew?
It's a good thing we don't have kids.
God, if we had kids, it would be endless. I mean, that's the real challenge, folks with kids.
I know.
Anyway, Mercy Now. God bless everybody. We're wearing the masks when we're out in the public because we see it as a sign of respect for our fellows. Do as you wish. We choose to wear the mask, and God bless everyone. Love to all. Well, my father sure could use a little mercy now. The fruits of his labor falling right slowly on the ground. His work is almost over. Won't be long, he won't be around. I love my father. He could use some mercy now. And my brother sure could use a little mercy now. He's a stranger to freedom, shackled to his fear and doubt. The pain that he lives in, it's almost more than living will allow. I love my brother. He could use some mercy now. My church and my country, they could use a little mercy now. 'Cause they sink into a poison pit. It's gonna take forever to climb out. They carry the weight of the faithful who follow them down. I love my church and country. They could use some mercy now. Every living thing could use who'll do anything to keep their crown. I love life, life itself could use some mercy now. Yeah, we all could use a little mercy now. Oh, I know we don't deserve it, but we need it anyhow. We hang in the balance, dangle between hell and hallowed ground. And every single one of us could use some mercy now. Yes, every single one of us could use some mercy now. We'll see y'all on Sunday, 2 o'clock Central, on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel. We'll be broadcasting an all-request show. All-request show, 2 o'clock Sunday. We'll hope to see you there. And if you hop on to marygauthier.com and get on my email list, we'll let you know about it. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Signature Sounds. Thank you, Parlor Room. Thanks, everyone, for coming. Good night.